Morning all. Okay, come on, we're going to do this card together. Okay, so I'm going to show you the template and I'll explain as we go. This is your card folded in half. So you want a card base that measures 11 inches long by 6 inches wide. Okay. And so if you can imagine that's your card. So we've got 11 inches long. Let me move this out the road for a minute. 11 inches long by 6 inches wide. Okay. You're going to put it in your trimmer. And I know this is only copy of paper, but I'm going to do it as well. Just to show you. You're going to put it in your trimmer. The first thing you're going to do, before you'd even filled your card or anything, you're going to come in 1 inch, okay, and you're going to cut. Now my blade doesn't like cutting copy of paper, as you can see. So you're going to cut from 1 inch to 5 inches. So from there to there, okay. That's before you do anything. Then you're going to score up to the cut line and up to the cut line on this side. Okay, and that's your 1/2 inch mark. So did you get that? You come in at 5.5 inches. You come 1 inch in with your blade and you cut all the way to 5 inches with your blade. Then you move your blade and you score up to the cut line there and up to the cut line there. Okay, if you don't have a trimmer, then what you can do is get your knife. My ruler has, I don't know whether the camera will pick it up because the sun's out, a metal edge to it. Okay, so what you can do is take your ruler, get your knife, cut in from 1 inch to 5 inches. Put the lid back on your knife because if you're anything like me, you'll end up cutting yourself. So that'll be your half card, right? So then what I want you to do is measure in from that filled and cut line that we've done, the halfway line of our card, measure in 1 inch. Okay, so you can all see that there, that's measured in from that edge 1 inch. Okay, then you're going to turn it and you're going to measure in 1 inch. Okay, and just put a little mark, and then you're going to come down 1.5 inches and put a little mark. Okay, and you're going to do exactly the same on the other side. You're going to come in 1 inch and you're going to come down 1.5 inches. Okay, again, if you have your trimmer, as you've seen, my trimmer does not like cutting copy paper. So I'm just going to use my ruler. And I don't even know if it's right on the line because I can't see. Right, so we're going from the 1 inch and we're going to cut right the way down to the 5 inch line. Yeah, so that's our first cut line. Then you're going to come to the side and you're going to come in 1 inch, go from your little dot that you've made, and you're going to go down 1.5 inches and stop. Okay, and that's our second cut line. Then turn it round And you're going to do exactly the same if you have a trimmer. It's just that my trimmer does not like copy paper. You're going to come 1 inch in to where you made that little mark, and you're going to go down 1.5 inches. Oops, I've cut right through my pad. Never mind. Let me get the lid back on there. Okay, so if you've cut it right, mine's still attached a bit there. Right, if you've cut it right, it should look something like that. Okay, now on these 2 lines where I've just got dashes, they're going to be filled lines. Okay, so just take one side of your card and fold it on that filled line. And again with the other side, making sure yours are straight. And you're going to do it to the back as well. So on that dash line, and on that dash line, so that's what it's going to look like. Okay, now at the bottom, again, it's only a dash line, so that's just a score line. Okay, and you're going to fold that in. And that's all hard work done. So that's what you should be looking at now, once you tuck them bits under. Get rid of that knife because I know I'll cut myself. Okay, so if I show you that template again and you screenshot it, you will know that the solid lines are cut lines, okay, and the dash lines are score lines. I'm just trying to get it in view for you. So if you want to give that a screenshot, go right ahead. Okay, so I'm going to move this out the way now and bring my card base in. Right, you're also going to want a piece of cardstock that measures 3 by 4.5 inches. Okay, and this is going to become potentially a tag. So I've got all my bits and pieces, and as you can see, I've cut it exactly the same way as I've just showed you how to cut it, and I've got a piece of DSP in there. Okay, so there's mine. Now you can decorate the back as well. I've not bothered. So them lines fold under. Okay, so we're going to decorate the outside of the card first. And I'm just going to reinforce them score lines because I've played with it backwards and forwards, and now it's wanting to please itself. So the part that's not got the DSP on, that is potentially my back of my card. There's my front. Okay, so I've cut a number of things out, and as you can see, I'm using the Tea Room DSP. I am using the Spot of Tea framelits and Time for Tea stamp set, and if you buy them 2 together you save 10%, and at the minute you can still get your vouchers, so don't forget about them. For every £45 you spend you get a voucher. Okay, so on the front of my card I've cut a number of bits and pieces out. going to put this, but I'm going to put it sort of halfway up, okay? And I'm going to put my cup of tea there, and my jammy dodger, don't forget about that. Okay, and that's going to come over there. So you fill my cup with happiness, and we're going to put these on with dimensionals. Oh, while I've got you there, this is what I wanted to tell you as well. This is the Pick Me Up tool from Silhouette. Okay. Now I paid £15 for that. And all you get is that end and this end and a spike. Okay. Now, I don't know whether you'll be able to see that, but I fill mine up with blue tack because I use it for my diamond paintings. Yes, I'm a diamond painting fan. So I paid £15 for that. So while I've got you here, this is the one off Stampin' Up. Okay, and it's got the logo on. And you get, for £9, you get 2 of these tips. That are both filled with the putty, whatever stuff it is. Now the reason I filled mine with blue tack is I couldn't find anywhere the refill for this without buying the whole thing again, right? Which I wasn't prepared to spend another £15. So from Stampin' Up you will get the tip plus a spare one filled with the putty stuff, whatever it is to use. Okay, and you can also buy the refills for £3.50 and you get 2 of them for £3.50. Then you come to this end and you have your pokey tool, you have the like a spatula thing on this end, and then you get your 2 ball end tools. Okay, and for all of that, bearing in mind that Silhouette one was £15 off Amazon, you can go and check it out if you want. For all of that, including the spare bits, is £9. Absolutely fantastic. And then you don't have to go searching anywhere for this replacement putty or whatever it is stuff. Because they also sell them a pack of 2 for £3.50, whereas the Silhouette one I cannot find for love nor money without buying the whole unit again, and I'm not doing it. So I'm off my soapbox, but I just wanted to share that with you. Right, so we're going to use some dimensionals to put these on. Now, bearing in mind, I know I've gone over my cut lines, okay, and my score line, but I'm not putting the glue over there. The glue will be on this side. Okay? I just don't want you moaning at me, Mel. You ended up doing it wrong. I haven't. So I'm going to stick a dimensional on there. And I want my bone folder because a cup's not flat. Okay, so there's my cut line and there is my score line. So I'm going to put it there. Okay. And I've only put one dimensional on. And that is sticking on this side of the paper. Now for my jammy dodger, I want to lift that up a bit because they're not flat. So I'm going to put a couple of dimensionals, the baby ones, on there. I should have poked all them out as well, shouldn't I? And I am going to do a bonus video today. Right, so I'm going to take these off. I'm going to line my jammy dodger up. I know this is not meant to be a jammy dodger, it's meant to be like a doily type thing, but I seen it and to me it just said jammy dodger, so maybe that's what I was thinking about at the time, the first time I done it, but who knows. So stab it in the back. And again, my score line is there, my cut line is there, so I'm sticking my sticky sort of there. Okay, and now with my sentiment, I'm going to stick it halfway above and halfway below. So I only need to put the sticky on the happy side. Okay, so my happiness is going to become there, just below that score line. Okay, now we're going to flip that over and we're going to put some tape on there, if Mel can find a tape. And I'm going to put it just about there. Okay, where's my non-stick scissors? And we don't need that anymore. Give it a burnish because it'll make it easier to come off. Okay, now we're going to bring in our tag. Now I was going to do fancy tag, what have you, and I decided not to, so you're just getting a plain tag. And because Tombow was behaving itself, we're going to use the Tombow. Says pulling a load of gunk off the end. Ugh. Good job I have a towel next to me. There we go, look, it's still behaving. And this is the still the same DSP line, only it's got the spoons on, little teaspoons. See, not behaving itself today. So I'm just going to put that on there so I know that's the top. The part I want showing out. So, do I, hang on, no, I want it that way. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that off, the cover off the tape. Okay, and you're going to stick your tag right onto that. Try and get it as central as you can. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to put glue, wet glue, over the rest of this. That 1 inch fold that we made. that we folded under. Okay, and we're going to bring the other end down and just make sure that, give it a, oh look at that light. Sorry, I'm going this way for a minute. Okay, so that is the front of our card and the inside of our card basically done. Okay, so what you're going to do is lift your card up, and then 2 flaps you're going to pull down. I know it's hard for you to see, but as we pull that down, see, our tag pops up. Sit there all day and do that. Anyway, we're going to decorate this part now. So I've cut a piece of DSP, and this measures this measures 3 1/4 inches by 3 3/4 inches, and that's gonna go in there. Okay, so we're going to stick that in there because this is the front of our card. Going to put that in, but we want a nice 1/8 of an inch border. That's as close as I'm going to get it without my glasses on. So just give that a little burnish down. Now I missed a bit there with my foam pad. Right, so to solve that, to stop it from sticking, take some baby talc, any sort of powder. I'm using my embossing buddy, and I'm just going to pounce on that, and that will stop it from sticking. Okay, so don't worry, all's not lost. Okay, so now on my tag, and I want this to sit flush, I'm going to stick my sentiment, which is warmed with love, steeped in friendship. Okay, and I'm sticking it flat. Anything you put on that tag, you want it to lay flat. And there's a couple more dots that I never poked out. So whatever you put on this tag, you want it to lay as flat as possible, because don't forget that slit is only a slit in that score line, so it's only a hair, if you like. So that's what we're looking like at the minute. Okay. And now we're going to decorate this part down here. So I've got one of the doilies. I think they're in the main catalogue. And it's very vanilla on one side, and it's whisper white on the other side. And I'm just putting a bit on there, and a bit round the centre. Okay, and I'm just putting it on the bottom. I know you can't really see it, but just gives another little texture Ah! And I'm going to put another teacup down there. And I haven't got my tea bags in here, otherwise we could just stuff a tea bag in it as well. So I'm going to stick a dimensional on this as well. And I've also done, I think these are supposed to be tea leaf plants. I'm not sure, like, but I'm surmising. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick them on the inside there, purely because I want the person to know when they're opening this, how to open this card, if you understand what I mean. So they're going to see stuff behind the front flap and think, oh, and they're going to want to pull it. This is not my original idea. It has been one that's been around for a long time. But I just wanted to give it a go. And you know me, I'll try anything at least once. Within reason. Okay, stab them in the middle. So I'm going to put these tea leaf, tea plant, whatever they are, on there. Oops. So, let's try and get it as even as we can. About there. And you can always, you know, this part in here, you can always decorate that part up. I'm not going to bother, because unless they're coming up and having a real good nose, then there's no point. So we're going to close our card up. I've left this part blank. Okay, so see what I mean about seeing them leaves behind? So they're going to think, well, how do I get in there? So automatically they're going to want to pull that down. Okay, and that is our card. And as I say, I've left this part blank. I'm going to put a piece of white cardstock over it, just to write my greeting, whatever I want to say on there. But yeah, that's our card for today. And you pull it down and that jumps up. And you can always put your pearls on, or your diamantes, to make a little swirl as though your tea is hot. Which I probably will do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that template back in for you to have a good nosy at. And as I say, maybe take a screenshot. Put my lid on my glue before this one doesn't like me anymore. So there's our card that we made. Okay. That is your template. Now remember, the dashed lines are score lines. The solid lines are your cut lines. And that's just a big old mess because my trimmer doesn't like cutting copier paper. So if you want to take a screenshot of that, and that is what your card will look like. Then you're going to cut, you're going to fold these two score lines. Okay, so that's what it'll look like when you folded it. And then this one, you're going to fold in. Okay. And you're going to do exactly the same on the other side. You're going to fold them lines in, and you're going to fold this one in. So then when you turn it out, that's what you have. And your tag is going to lay on that piece. And it might not work. Oh, it won't work because I never actually cut the top of it. But when you have it folded and you've got your tag stuck in there, and you have your card sitting up, and you pull this piece and this piece and go like that, that is how your card will sit and your tag will pop up. Okay, so I hope you give that a go. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. At least this one went all right. So there you go again. Okay, I'll be back shortly because, as promised, a couple of you said you would like to see the traveller's notebook being done. So I'm going to come back shortly and do that for you. Okay, so take care for now, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.